Hi, I'm Dr. Pooja Manik Badgujar, a biophysicist with a passion for decoding the molecular fingerprints of life and regeneration. My work combines advanced biophotonics and spectroscopy to understand how life organizes, heals, and evolves across species and potentially across different organisms. Today, I want to take you to my research that bridges simple invertebrate models, plants, biology, and unicellular systems with a vision towards how we could understand from regeneration to space, a molecular journey through life's building blocks, decoding life one photon at a time. So I would like to acknowledge my collaborators, that is the IR Laboratory in Taiwan and Tom Stake University, Siberia, National Taiwan University, Russian Academic Sciences in Russia, and National Donghua University, where I have graduated, Institute of Physics, Academia Sinica, and also thank my former and present lab members from IR Laboratory and NSTC Taiwan. So, my journey, I belong from Mumbai and I traveled all the way to Taiwan to do my internship, where I was in the optoelectronics laboratory and I was working with semiconductors and fabricating devices that could be high efficient system for semiconductors. Thereby, I took a transition to pursue my PhD in IR laboratory. Prior to that, I have a degree in nanotechnology, and I have also some experience working with IBM. So, I'll show you my journey. Some of my research outcomes have been published in most of the Raman spectroscopic journal, where I have carefully described how Raman spectroscopy could be one of the useful technique for application of understanding the biomarkers. And these are few of my publications, some that are ready to submit and some papers in publication. So, my research interest is there's a deep question: what is life and death at molecular level? So, to simplify this, what is the molecular signal of life, and how does Raman spectroscopic method, in combination with different two photon fluorescence lifetime imaging, could help us monitor death and life at molecular level? Is this even possible? And what is the spectroscopic signature of life? To address this, first, to understand what are the scientific challenges, one of the biology's greatest mystery is how collectives of individual cells evolve into coordinated multicellular organisms, and how those organisms regenerate themselves. To answer this, the most fundamental question is not only on Earth, but how did life form in on planets? And to see this, we try to detect what is the molecular signature of life. Hiro Hamaguchi, one of the renowned spectroscopic, have already published in applied spectroscopy detecting 1602 to be the Raman signature of life, and it is from a budding yeast that belongs to mitochondria. However, recently there have been many studies, and carotenoids are considered to be one of the most potent biomarkers on Mars. And we had my laboratory had previously studied that zebrafish larvae, upon post fertilization, displays carotenoids as a very strong biomarker from the embryo. And when amoeba is from the cyst into existation state, they show very strong carotenoid bands again. So you can see the image displaying at different minutes as the amoeba is growing from a cyst stage to an existence stage, that there is a possibility that carotenoids could be a possible biomarker of activated life. So, to understand this transition, it's very important for us to understand the bridge between embryogenesis and regeneration. So, the bigger question in regeneration is, at molecular level, what is a crucial question is how plastema is established. And regeneration could also be as a developmental theory. So, our main focus was if we could understand the molecular signature of life in different organisms like amoeba, mung bean seed, carrot seed, since carotenoids are derived from carrots, we wanted to understand if Raman spectroscopic signature could detect regenerating activity. So, in my first few years, I tried to understand what's the molecular signal of life of activated life states, where I carefully analyzed uh, a segmented worm, zebrafish larva, mung bean seed, carrot seed, where all I observed was when they transit from dormant state to activated state, we see very strong carotenoids biomarker. However, when I understand from a simple carrot seed, when I evaluate it, I observe upon stress, beta carotene downregulates and lutein upregulates depending on the stress level given to the seed. Then I tried to analyze a worm, a segmented freshwater worm that upon amputation can grow back into anterior and posterior region. So what is the molecular signature present at the amputee region? And I combined this work with two photon fluorescence lifetime imaging, which can help us understand the fluorescence decay lifetime of each component present in the worm without artificial labeling. And I compared these data sets with phasor plots and to help us segregate different components. What I observed that carotenoids at wound healing show very strong accumulation, and also when I understand that carotenoids have two roles. One is they act as a primarily as antioxidant, and secondary role is like they act as signaling molecules. And we also try to understand the different life life decay of lipid droplets in different segments of the worm. And we also understood how blastema forms, what is the lifetime of blastema, and we could observe blastema without artificial labeling and separate blastema bud and oil lipid droplets in this worm. So we could understand that carotenoids play an important role in regenerating life. But still our question remains unclear. Does carotenoid play an important role in the development of life? Therefore, we try to go back to something that's more small, much more smaller. So we try to understand evolution. Is it possible that we could use Raman spectroscopy to understand evolution? So recently there has been a hype of snowflake yeast that has been developed, and we could study that from scratch in a test tube. Maybe this could be the secret to understand the origin of multicellularity. However, we tried to develop using S. cerevisiae without a gene knockout and prepare snowflakes yeast, and we try to understand the molecular fingerprints of life from stem cell healing. Also in microscope forms, And also, if we apply this to the multicellularity from scratch, we could apply this technique in space. So our main motto is we will try to observe the Raman's data from the mother-daughter junction cells of a budding yeast to answer our question whether this can help us understand when a single yeast buds into two different yeast, what is the molecular signature. So what defines the spark of life and how can it be detected? If we can detect it now, could we detect it light years away? So our main aim is to understand the resonance and non-resonance spectral data for this budding yeast, and also to observe different components through without artificial labeling using two-photon fluorescence lifetime imaging, where we could understand the metabolic shifts in the budding of cell from single cell to multi-cell. And these are various conferences I attended. I have also been awarded for my work on carotenoids by Professor Hiro Hamaguchi. I've attended 10 international conferences on Raman spectroscopy, on Diamond Workshop, and IUPAB Congress Japan, and 25 domestic conferences. And these are some of the extracurricular activities and some of my hobbies. And the acknowledgement I would like to thank is Viktor Nikolev from Tomsk University and Yuri Kistinev and Lebedev Physical Institute of Russian Academic Sciences and National Taiwan University, Tsuchi University, and not the least is National Donghua University, from where I belong. My vision is just very simple, is to use a molecular lens that we could help to develop biosignature for detection of different sensitive methods that could bioimage, regeneration, and molecular signature in different systems. So thank you for listening, and thank you for your time to listen to my presentation. And I look forward for contributing to the team that would like to study or understand life on Earth and also beyond. Thank you.